Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Harloff here, and we are going to be tackling some Christmas songs, starting with one of my Christmas favorites. Can you guess what it is? That's right, Jingle Bells. I know a lot of you already know this song, so what I want to do today is I want to teach you what the words of the song actually mean to show you that Jingle Bells really is not a Christmas song. I'll tell you why in a little bit. And I want to show you what the musical instrument Jingle Bells actually looks like and how you play them. But before we do that, why don't we just go ahead and sing the song together, because I'm sure most of you know it already. So let's give it a try. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, 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 bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, that was great, everybody. Now, if you really want to learn how to sing a song, you need to practice the song over and over again. So feel free to start the video over again and sing as many times as you want. But it's also important to know what the words are that you're singing. And in music, when we talk about the words of a song, we call them the lyrics of the song. So we're going to talk about the lyrics of Jingle Bells, and it's important that we know what Jingle Bells is about. Did you guys know Jingle Bells is really not a Christmas song? We don't sing about Christmas at all in the song. We're actually singing about going on a sleigh ride through the snow. Now, Jingle Bells was written over 150 years ago, back before there were cars, where people would get around by horse and buggy. But when it would snow outside, these big wheels wouldn't go around very well in the snow. They would just keep sliding. So in the winter time, people who needed to go somewhere took their buggy off the horse and attached the horse to a sleigh. And if you look, the sleigh doesn't have wheels, it has something called runners that would slide through the snow. Jingle Bells is actually a song about going in a ride on one of these sleighs, and we call it a one-horse open sleigh because how many horses do you see there? Just one. And do you see the sleigh has nothing covering the top of it? It's called an open sleigh. So when you sing one-horse open sleigh in the song Jingle Bells, that's what you're singing about. So we'll get to the Jingle Bells part of the song. Let's start with something called the verse of the song, which starts with dashing through the snow. Now, I put a friend of mine here from The Incredibles. His name is Dash in the movie, and Dash is really, really good at, do you know what Dash is good at in the movie? He's good at going very fast. So when we say dashing through the snow, it means that our sleigh is going through the snow very fast, like Dash. In a one-horse open sleigh is what we say next, and we've already talked about it. This is a one-horse open sleigh. The next line says, "O'er the fields we go." Now this word "o'er" is a short way of saying the word over, but we're taking that V out. So instead of saying over the fields, we say o'er the fields. And here is a nice big open field. Wouldn't that be fun to ride in a sleigh going across that snow really, really fast? Going over the field. And then laughing all the way. I think we know what that means. We are having a great time and we are laughing. And sometimes when we sing Jingle Bells, after we say laughing all the way, we say ha ha ha, like we're laughing. Okay, here comes the part that most of us don't know what it means. So let me tell you. The next part of the verse says, bells on bobtail ring. Now let me talk real quick about two of these things. First, let's talk about the bells. The whole song is called Jingle Bells. And if it's about riding in a sleigh, why do we talk about bells? Well, back in those days when they would hook their horse up to the sleigh and go across the snow. The sleigh, if you had to stop it very quickly, it was hard to do. A sleigh doesn't have brakes like a car does that would stop it right away. So because of that, sleighs could be pretty dangerous. If you were coming up on somebody else with a sleigh or somebody walking through the snow, you wanted to give them a warning that you were coming since you couldn't stop very fast. So they would put these bells on the horses so you could hear the sleigh coming. It was a safety thing, not a Christmas sound like we know of it today. So that's why we have the bells on the horses. Now, why do they call the horse a bobtail? Well, if you take a look at this horse and look at his tail, you can see that the tail is cut really, really short. They used to do this to the horses. They would cut their tails really short, which didn't hurt the horse. It was just like giving them a haircut. But they would do that so that the horse's tail didn't get stuck in the reins. And the reins are those, they look like ropes that the driver of the sleigh would hold to help steer the horse and control the horse. Well, the tail hair would get tangled up in those ropes. And so they would cut it, and they called that a bobtail. That's a lot of talking for this little verse, isn't it? Bells on bobtail ring means the bells that we put on our horse with the short tail, they're ringing as we travel through the snow. Making spirits bright. That's just a fancy way of saying going on this sleigh ride is making everybody happy, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing. And wouldn't it be fun to go for a ride in a sleigh and sing songs during the winter? I think that would be really fun. And we finish with a sleighing song tonight. A sleighing song tonight. So the whole verse from the beginning goes like this. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way, ha, 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 bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, and then you know the rest of it. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. You know what? I think we need to see some real jingle bells before we sing that part of the song. Hang on a minute. Now, before I show you these musical instrument jingle bells, I want to remind you in the song, the jingle bells we're talking about are the bells that go on the horse, and they look like this, which would be really hard to play as a musical instrument. All of that strapping, and they're big and long and heavy. So they made musical instruments that sound like jingle bells. I've got some here. This is a set of jingle bells, and you can see it's got the same kind of bells on it that you would find on the horse's jingle bells, but it's got a nice, easy way to carry it, and you play the jingle bells either by shaking them or by hitting the top like this. Doesn't that sound just like the horse's bells? I love it. But we also have these jingle bells, which are the ones we use here in my kindergarten classroom. They're easy for little hands to hold, but they still have those same bells on it, and you can play it by shaking. So that's what jingle bell instruments look like. Do you wish you could play some of these? Yeah, they're really, really fun to play. So let's go back and sing the chorus now. The chorus of the song is the part that goes jingle bells. And let's try it with some jingle bells. Are you ready? Let me get that steady beat on my jingle bells. And jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Well, now that you know a little bit more about the song Jingle Bells, I hope you go back to the beginning of the video and try singing it again with me. Maybe you'll get some more of the words this time, and maybe you'll think about the sound that those jingle bells make. Thanks for hanging out with me today and learning a little bit about jingle bells. Happy holiday singing!